Greetings, everybody. How are you? Hope you're all well and happy and ready to discuss the Dhamma teaching. If you have any question, please let me know one question at a time. Please make your question brief so I don't spend too much time reading your questions or answering your questions. Because if I do, it might move other people's question out of the screen. So send in one question at a time. If you cannot hear me right now, please let me know. If you can hear me well, also let me know. If this is your first time to join this meeting, please let me know where you come from. I shall begin reading your question or comment. David Sila Nanda, Satu Satu, Fat Choi Chong, Satu Satu, Jinilin Poor, Good Satu Satu, Anumodami Mahajan, Yok Sim Tan, Satu Satu, Mudita, good morning Ajahn, greetings from Bangkok, greetings to you. Milim, Satu Satu, Ajahn. Kenneth Hunt, good morning Tan Ajahn, you are clear, thank you, good morning to you. Jinilin Poor, the sound is good, thank you. Okay. So today is Sunday here. It's almost noon, about 11:45. Well, some of you, it might still be Saturday night. Late Saturday night. Leo, SC, Satu, Satu. Sherman Lim, good morning. Good morning to you. Willie, how to overcome delight in sleeping. Thank you for your advice. There's no problem of delight in sleeping. The problem is sleeping too much. So try to not sleep too much. But try to sleep on your side, like the posture of the Buddha, like the reclining Buddha, sleeping on your right side. If you sleep with your back on your back, it might make you sleep too long. Or try to sleep in a place where it's scary, like in the cemetery. Then you won't sleep too much. Esther Yip, dear Ajahn, my meditation practice is like a roller coaster, sometimes okay, but sometimes not okay. Out of idea how to achieve consistency, please advise, thank you. Well, your meditation principally depends on your mindfulness. If you have good or strong mindfulness, then your meditation will be good. But when your mindfulness is not so good, then your meditation will not be so good also. So it depends on principally on your mindfulness. And the second one, it depends on how much you are involved with other activities. If you are involved with other activities a lot, then this can become a hindrance. So try to do as little activity as possible other than meditation. And try to maintain mindfulness all the time. Usually you can only do this when you go to a resort, a temple, to do meditation resort, in which you will be alone most of the time and not having to do anything but just meditating, practicing walking or sitting meditation or listening to Dhamma talks. If this is the case, then your practice will go well, will be better, because you will be able to build up strong mindfulness, and you will not be disturbed by other activities. No lingering thoughts about other activities to disturb your meditation. So this is what you have to do to maintain mindfulness all the time, to live alone if possible, to be in a secluded area where there are no distractions from other things. And another thing is to have moderation in eating. If you can do this, then your meditation will be going well, improving, advancing as you go along. Esther Yip, I hope you understand my answer. Andy Lam, Satu. The BT Namasakan Ajahn from Medan, Indonesia. Wan Patum Napa, Satu. Akash Ketan, Satu Satu. Greetings from Bangkok. Min Vitamin, good afternoon, Ka Ajahn. Good afternoon to you. Have you gone back home yet, or are you still around here? Hasana Chunhasevi, good morning, Venerable Prajan. Knower merely know means that knower has no emotion, etc. Yes, it has ubeka, just merely know without having any love, hate, fear, or delusion. Mudita, my question is, I practice my mindfulness during the day by reciting death. By reciting death comes after birth. Good. Once you are born, you have to die, which has 4 syllables. I wonder if 4 syllables are too long to use when sitting down for meditation. Not necessarily. If it can stop your mind from thinking, then it's okay. But eventually, if you find that your mind doesn't become calm enough, after a while you might want to stop reciting and just switch to watching your breath instead. Watching your breath, in and out breath, at the tip of your nose. But when you start, your mind might be restless or agitated, thinking a lot, then you can use these 4 syllables. Having that comes after birth. And then eventually you might just stop with just 1 syllable or 2, birth and death, or death alone. Sherman Lim, good morning. What do you think of buying and selling Buddha artifact like amulets? It's just another product. It's a commercial endeavor, not Dhamma practice. Doesn't help improve your mind in any way. It's just like selling any other products on the market. Joyce Ui, Satu Satu. And Ajahn, may you be well and safe always. Thank you. Kenneth Tan Ki Bok. Greeting Ajahn, may you be well and happy. Punami Tan. Good day, Pante. I want to know why some people have misunderstanding and misinterpret me when I text them messages. Maybe your messages is not clear enough to them. So try to send messages so that they don't have to interpret. Tell them exactly what you want to tell them. If they still interpret, then it's their problem, not yours. And there's nothing you can do about it. You just have to accept that people just like to misinterpret your your message. Does the problem lie with me or them? I think both. You might not be clear to them. If you are clear to them but they still don't know how to interpret your message, then it's their problem. So this is something you have to learn to accept. You do your best, and if they don't understand what you're trying to say, then you just have to talk to them or explain to them. And still, if they don't want to accept or understand, then you just have to give up. Sawante, Satu, Satu. Kim Bunchu, Satu, Satu. Adeline Chin, good afternoon. Tanajan, good afternoon to you. Min Vitamin, still here at Chonburi. First time to listen Dhamma in English. Okay, you can listen to both, either Thai or English. So you are lucky. You will have four meeting in 1 week, 2 in Thai and 2 in English. Sherman Lim, this question is out of curiosity because there are many out there promoting the sale of Buddha amulets and promoting the power of amulets, which was not taught in Dhamma. That's right. It's just a false belief, that's all. Celestino, Satu Ajahn. Sunthon Pitak, Satu, Satu. Sherman Lim, Satu, Satu Ajahn. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Mudita, Mudita. Thanks so much for your advice. Very clear. You're welcome. Somkit James, Eric Tan, Satu. Pu Guat Ang, Satu. Punami Tan, thank you, Bante, Satu. Melky Huang, Satu, Satu. If you notice today I come a little bit later than usual. This will probably be like this during the cold season, the winter season. So I might be a bit, maybe even a bit more late. That depends on my other activities, which start late in the morning. So it slow everything down a bit during the winter season. That's because the sun doesn't rise early, like in the hot season. We do our daily activity following the sunrise. That's when we start our alms world collection. Somkit James Eric Tan, Satu. Wu Guat Ang, Satu. Melky Huang, Satu. Hao Chai Hok, Satu. Sherman Lim, Ajahn. I chant and try to practice Dhamma teaching, but I have a lot of hatred and anger at times. What can I do? Try to forgive people who do you wrong. Think of it as being the past. Whatever people did, it's already gone, and it's useless to be angry. It only hurts you when you are angry, not the person whom you are angry with. So you're hurting yourself every time you become angry. Try to treat other people like you treat the rain, the sun, which we normally don't get angry at. Even they can cause us a lot of destruction or discomfort. We accept them for what they are. So you should try to accept people for what they are. If they do you wrong, just accept it like you accept the flood, the snow, or the storm, and move on. Forget about the past. There's so much better things waiting for you. So try to forgive and forget. Alvin Lee Wiping. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Thanks for your teaching, Satu. You are welcome. Celestino. I am always mindful and aware of the mind content through Dhamma talk, Dhammacakka. Mind is kept in peace in the here and now through knowledge. However, sometimes thoughts for sensual pleasure are stronger than my effort and create mental fermentation. Can you tell how to overcome this, Ajahn? You can counter these thoughts by reciting the mantra Bhutto, 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 or you can do some chanting. Just keep reciting Bhutto or chant until your mind becomes calm and normal again before you can stop. Recite Bhutto, 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 or you can recite Bhutto, Dhammo, Sangho, Buddhang Saranam Gacchami, Dhammang Saranam Gacchami, Sanghang Saranam Gacchami. Just keep reciting these verses. Eventually, your thoughts for sensual pleasure will disappear. If they still linger, just continue on reciting. It's like a break. You can stop your thought, break your thought with the reciting of the mantra Bhutto, Bhutto, or chanting. Eli Hassan, good day and my respect to Ajahn and the teaching. You're welcome. Ali Hassan, sound clear, Satu. Joanne Lim, Satu. Min vitamin are emotion like anger the same as desire. They are the product of your desire. When you want something and when you cannot get it, then you become angry. So if you don't have any desire, then you will not get angry. So try to stop your desire, or don't expect anything from anybody. Then you will not get angry. But when you expect to get something from somebody or something, then you can get angry when you don't get what you want. Pandami 10, Bante, I have another question. My boss told me I do not meet her expectation in work. She told me she closed one eye but refused to explain what I did wrong. Her attitude toward me has changed and giving me a cold shoulder. What should I do? You just have to accept what she said and move on. Or try to see what's wrong with yourself if you can find. If not, then you just continue on doing what you used to do. And let her say what she wants to say. Sometimes people just want to hurt you by saying something bad to you. That's all. When the fact wasn't there to support what they say, so just let them say what they want to say. Let her say what she wants, whatever she want to say, and just remain calm and not disturbed by what she said. Pandami 10, many thanks, Bante. Kenneth Hunt, dear Ajahn, the Buddha teaches us to be our own refuge. At what point does this happen? Does it correspond to attaining Sotapanna? That's the beginning of relying on yourself, be able to rely on yourself. But you will be fully rely on yourself when you have reached the Arahant the Arahant level. That's when you don't have to rely on anything for your happiness. You can live with emptiness. You can exist in emptiness and feel good. So you don't need to have anything to make you happy. But a Sotapanna level is the beginning of self-reliance, but not yet completely, because the Sotapanna still rely on other people's body to make them happy. And higher Once they no longer need the body, they need the conditions of the mind to make them happy. But once you pass that stage, when you no longer rely on your body or your mental state to make you happy, then you become an Arahant, you become your own refuge. You don't need to have anything to make you happy. That's where you are, that's where Nibbana is. Supreme emptiness, supreme happiness. Yes, Nibbana. Sento Fiendi. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Healthy and happy. Yes, thank you. Sally Stino, Sadhu, thank you, Ajahn. I will train as you said. Dewey Han, hello, Ajahn. I am good. Lucky I have signal today at this time. Yes, nice to hear from you, Kyu Yuan Dong. I hope you enjoy your stay and have peace and happiness and advance in your practice. Keep on pushing yourself in the practice. Keep on exerting. Never give up until you reach your destination. Colonel Kennedy Mandami Ajahn. How can merit, good feeling convert into success, long life, etc.? Who or how actually did or create that creation of that rich, handsomely beautiful, beauty, power, long life, etc.? How do the process of that conversion? No, they don't convert really. They are two separate things. Sometimes they might assist the other. Your good feeling will assist the other sometimes, but not always. So don't worry about the other thing. Just consider them to be bonuses. If you should become rich, handsome, or beautiful, powerful, or long life, these are considered to be bonuses from merit. What you want is just merit, free from suffering, free from dukkha. The other thing are considered to be just accessory. They don't convert. They just sometimes come along and sometimes they don't come along, that's all. So don't worry about them. As long as you're happy, you don't care whether you're rich or poor, good looking or not good looking, have long life or short life. These things don't matter to a mind that is happy. So just do merit for a happy mind, for good feelings. That's all you want. The other things are just not important, and then they don't correspond to your good feeling at all. Sometimes you can be rich, you can have good feeling and still be poor, but that doesn't matter. As long as you're happy. Sherman Lim, hi Ajahn. Emptiness is not really emptiness in the Heart Sutra. So what is really emptiness? Emptiness is when your mind stop having any reliance on anything to make it happy. That's happiness. Not relying on anything to make yourself happy. Not relying on money, on people, on your own good feeling. You don't rely on anything to make you happy. Then you really become really happy. It's very hard to explain, but you have to practice and give up everything, internal and externally. Then you'll find true happiness, true emptiness. Sherman Lim, another question on selling of Buddha artifacts. Will the salespeople get karma for selling Buddha and amulets? They'll get neutral karma, really. It's not good karma and it's not bad karma. It's just another product that you sell on the market, like selling cars, selling houses, selling anything. It's just a commercial endeavor, has no merit to the mind itself. That is a profit, it's an occupation, a way of making a living. That's all. Pramsa, JW, Namaskar. Join and learn from Ajahn. Thank you for your kind. Clearly all questions from us, please. Duihan. Okay, Sadhu, Sadhu. Ong Eng Eng, Sadhu, Sadhu. Kenneth Han, thank you, Tanajan. At the current stage of practice, is taking refuge in the Triple Gem considered to be merely a preliminary step? You take the Triple Gem as your guide, as your teacher, as someone to guide you to this, to be self-reliant. Because the Buddha and his noble disciple have reached that point of self-reliance. So they know how to make you reach that point. So you take them as a teacher, really. In this way, when we say refuge in the Buddha, in the Triple Gem, we mean we seek their advice. We take them as our teacher. Like you, a professor, you have students who take you as your teacher, as their teacher, so that they can graduate and get their degrees. Same way with us, we take the Buddha, the Triple Gem, as our teacher, so that we will learn how to become self-reliant. Satya Hem, respectful Venerable Ajahn. Paul Liang Soon, can Ajahn explain in detail what is suffering about? Suffering is bad feeling. That's what it is about. When you have bad feeling inside, that is suffering. Somebody says something bad to you, you have bad feeling. That is suffering. Someone stole your money and you feel bad. That is suffering. So it's the bad feeling in your mind that is suffering here. Sherman Lim, thank you Ajahn for sharing. Really appreciate your time today. You're welcome. Dui Han, hello Tanajan, I am good. It's great to see you today. It's great to hear from you too. I hope you're well and continuing on with your practice. Don't be discouraged, don't give up. Try to keep pushing yourself. From time to time you should read Dhamma books from the Ajahn, from the meditation masters to give you encouragement and to give you guidance as to what you should be doing. Audi Aha Satu Satu. Pauling soon regard Vipassana practice is to have understanding of the Eight Noble Truths. Not just the understanding. Once you understand what the Noble Truth is, you have to also practice the Noble Eightfold Path. Not merely understanding. Mere understanding for the purpose of correct practice. Long Yu Meng. Good day and Sukhi Hotu Tanajan. May Tanajan be well, safe, healthy, contented, peaceful, happy and blessed. Metta from Malaysia. Thank you. Lee Kim Lim. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Sadhu, Sadhu. Karina Kaur. Good afternoon, Ajahn. Sadhu, Sadhu. Irene Ui. Good afternoon, Tanajan. Sadhu, Sadhu. Dui Han. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Kanok Kwan. Rachel Lan. Ajahn finished with my way. Okay, good. How do you like it? Chi Ji Lim, good afternoon, Tan Ajahn. So happy to see Ajahn again and sharing the Dhamma with us. Maha Sadhu. Tan Ajahn, may you be well and happy always. Thank you very much. I hope you are well and happy always too. Okay, we are at the halfway mark now. 30 minutes have passed. So since there is no comment right now, I'll take a break and take a drink of water. Pauline soon. What is the meaning of realization and meditation? Is to understand the Four Noble Truths in real time, to see that your suffering arises from your desire, and to see that the way to get rid of your suffering is to see the object of your desire as being anicca, dukkha, anatta, and letting go of your desire. Then your suffering will disappear. Cornell Kennedy, Mandami Ajahn, Paranimitta, I'm sorry, it's this Pali word, Paranimitta Vasavati realm, which is higher than Vesavati realm, where they could create or produce anything. Question is that mean Brahma realm, which is higher realm, also has the ability to create or invent anything? The Brahma realm is better because it can stop everything, not creating, but it stops creating everything completely, so it becomes empty. And empty of the mind will give you more happiness than the images that you create. So in the Brahma world, there will be no creation or invention. There will be just emptiness. In jhana, like in jhana, when your mind stops functioning temporarily, when your imagination stops working temporarily, when your mental fabrication stops working, then you enter into the realm of the Brahma, which gives you more happiness than the realm of the Deva, which you need to create or fabricate things to make you feel happy. Liang Yu Meng, Tan Ajahn, what is the deeper meaning before one go to the Noble Triple Gem for refuge? There's no real deep meaning. The meaning is to take the Triple Gem as your teacher, as your guide on your path to enlightenment. That's all. Without the Triple Gem, you will not be able to reach enlightenment by yourself. So you need to have the Triple Gem to be your guide, your teacher. You will be the student of the Triple Gem. Follow what the Buddha or his noble disciple tell us to do. Ali Hassan, thank you for the guidance. My teacher will keep on practicing. For all Galayana keep safe and see you all again on next Dhamma sharing. Thank you. You're welcome. Adi, I missed time to go to temple again. Well, you should come then if you miss. Wang Hussein, Satu Satu. Jason Louis, good afternoon, Ajahn. May I know your view on neutral stray animal like dog and cat to control population? No, if you kill them, it is bad karma. You should not kill them. You should feed them and provide them with shelter and let them die naturally. Don't kill them to contain their population. It's not your work, your job to do. Your job is to be nice, be kind to other beings, not to be cruel to other beings. Mint vitamin, can you explain the relationship of the Noble Eightfold Path? Some said we have to start with Samma Titi first before we go for meditation. Can you please explain? Yes, you need to have the right understanding of the practice. If you don't know how to practice, then you cannot practice. So you have to understand that the Buddha teaches us to keep the precept. And then he wants us to practice samadhi and develop panya. So this is right view or right samadhi. You have to have the understanding of what the Buddha's teaching is about first. This is called the right understanding or right view. You have to know what the Buddha teaches, what us to do. Once we know what the Buddha teaches us what to do, then we follow his teaching. Like the Buddha said, keep the precepts, develop samadhi and develop wisdom step by step. So we do this. If we don't have this right view, then we might not do it correctly. And if we don't do it correctly, we will not get the result we want. Johanna Lee, dear Ajahn, when somebody bursts anger towards me, that causes me suffering. But Ajahn, please let me know the best proper way to view this suffering arise in me. The cause of your suffering arising is because you want people to be nice and good to you. You don't want people to get angry at you. So you suffer. But if you understand the nature of people, then you cannot control them. That they can be nice to you sometimes and they can be bad to you sometimes. So you just have to learn to accept them for what they are and not expect them to be always nice to you and not bad to you. Then you would have no suffering when they burst in anger or when they do something bad to you. So to summarize it, if you don't want to get suffering, is don't expect anything from anybody or anything. Just let take them as they come. Sometimes they can be nice to you, sometimes they can be bad to you. Sometimes they can be neutral, not good or bad to you. So don't expect anything from anybody or anything. Then you will not have any suffering. This morning I released some fishes in the traditional market to the nature, hoping this act will give me good feeling. Yes, but it will not eliminate your suffering when you meet people who do bad things to you. The only way to make you have good feeling all the time is not to expect anything from anybody all the time. Annie Kai, Namaskaranท่านอาจารย์ Suchart. Mayท่านอาจารย์ be well, safe, healthy, peaceful, and always be happy. Thank you very much. เลี้ยงยูเมง Can ท่านอาจารย์ elaborate more on Itipada, the 4 steps to success, Chanta, Viriya, Citta, and Vimamsa? In order to be successful in your endeavor, whatever you do, first you have to have chanda, which means you have to enjoy what you do. Like if you want to get a university degree, you have to enjoy studying. So once you enjoy doing what you have to do, then you will have viriya, which is exertion or diligence. When you enjoy being a student, then you will want to do the duty of a student, like studying, going to classes, and do your homework and take exam. So when you have effort, you also will have citta, which means concentration or single-pointed mind, meaning you will only focus your mind on what you have to do. Think only about, and vimamsa means thinking And when you think, you only think about what you have to do in order for you to become successful. So you think about studying, you think about going to class, you're thinking about doing your homework, and you think about preparing yourself for meditation, for the examination. Citta means to only focus on your study and not let your mind go do other things. So this is what you will need to have in order to be successful in whatever endeavor you want to take up. Ya Chanicha, Satu Satu, Chuk Boy Lo, Satu Satu, Pauling Soon, How to Face When the Mind is Angry, happen in concept world. You should stop an angry mind by reciting the mantra or by forgiving the object of your anger. This is the only way to deal with your anger, is to stop it by reciting the mantra or forgive the object of your anger. Enilam Hai Ajahn is one of the precepts for a yogi include not consuming food with seeds, sunflower. These are for the monks, not for lay people. Because during the Buddha's time, people think that seeds can grow, so seed is life. So when you eat or destroy the seed, you're destroying life. But this type of life has no consciousness. But in order to be in compliance with the belief of the people during the time, the Buddha said monks should try to eat only fruit that has already been clear of seeds. Like lay people can offer fruit, but they have to get the seed out of the fruit first, so that the monk, when they eat, will not destroy the seed. But in nowadays we have the understanding that seed has no consciousness, so you're not really killing life at all. You're just killing plant, which is not considered to be breaking the precept. Angel Pui, good morning, Ajahn. Greeting from Luxembourg. Hope you are okay. Last Wednesday I could not listen on Zoom. I am so sorry because so busy job outside. Thank you for all your teaching and wish you a good health. Thank you very much. Maybe try next Wednesday. Try to come in again if you can. Wat Yannasangwararam. Satu, Satu, Kek Yen So, dear Ajahn, greetings from Penang. Greetings to you. Check Lim Tan. Greetings, dear Ajahn. Dukkha experienced by health, being, peta, animal, and human being are obvious and easy to understand. What kind of dukkha experienced by Devas and Brahma, Ajahn? They experience dukkha when they have lost their status. When the Brahma has lost its status as a Brahma and has to come to exist on a lower realm of existence, meaning coming from a higher level of happiness to a lower happiness. From Brahma, you become Deva, and from Deva, you become human. So this is dukkha, when you lost your higher level of happiness. Like a rich man who lost his billions of money, billions of dollars, and only have hundreds of dollars instead. So this is the kind of dukkha that experienced by the rich, by the higher form of existence. They lose a higher form of happiness and have to exist on a lower form of happiness. That's all. The fact that they stay are impermanent. That's right, because they are not permanent. See, once you're a Brahma, you can only exist as a Brahma for the duration of the strength of your mindfulness. Once your mindfulness has weakened, then your happiness will had also diminished and become lower form of happiness. Alan Lam, When I die, what is reborn? Sadhu. The mind takes a new body. That's all. What is reborn is a new body. It's like transplanting an old body for a new body, exchanging an old body for a new body. When you are born, when you die, you lose your old body, and then when you're born, you get a new body. The mind is still the same mind, like the body and the clothing that you wear today. You keep changing your clothing, but you still use the same old body to wear a new suit of clothing, a new set of clothing. Same way with the mind and the body. The mind uses the body to give as a tool for seeking pleasure. But once the body die, then the mind has to go and get a new body. That is what we call rebirth. Sunny Lim, good afternoon, Ajahn. Thanks so much for teaching us the Dhamma. Sadhu, sadhu. Kanokwan, Rachel, for the book My Way, all I can say is I finished it by not more than 24 hours. Such a great book. But I will read Kamlang Jai next, maybe after 2 or 3 weeks later. Actually, I got 2 Chinese exams in the first start of December and by the end of January. Okay. Do as much as you want, study as much as you can. It will give you better understanding of the Buddha's teaching. Min Vitamin, my friend asked if in the past she has wrongdoing in Sila number 3 a lot. How can she correct it? She can correct it by stopping doing it in this lifetime. Every time she has the urge to commit the adultery or improper sexual activity, she should learn to look at the body as being not beautiful. Try to think of the body when the body dies, when the body becomes a corpse. Try to look at the inner parts of the body, inside. Look at the skeleton, look at the stomach, look at the intestine, look at the heart. This will weaken the sexual desire so that she will be able to control and maintain the third precept. So she has to learn to look at the unattractive parts of the body to lessen her sexual desire. Then she will then be able to keep the third precept. Jason Louis, dear Ajahn, my meaning on neutral, the stray animal is not kill them, but to cascade or spray them. But in that case, then there's it is considered to be okay. It's a neutral action, not good or not bad. Not good karma and not bad karma. Paul Lim Soon, for foundation of meditation, samatha is concentrate the body. That is the meditation practice using mind to observe something like, I'm not sure what you're trying to say here. Observe the body to see that the body is anicca, dukkha, anatta. And this is vipassana. Serena Chu, sadhu, sadhu. Your hand leave. Thank you, Ajahn, for your advice and Dhamma. Wish Ajahn good health and happiness. Thank you very much. Anilam, sadhu, sadhu. Christine Kutkowski, hello, dear Ajahn. Out of sort with my meditation, struggling to find mindfulness. Just keep reciting the mantra for a while, then you will regain your mindfulness. Whenever you find that you have lost your mindfulness, try to recite the mantra for 5 or 10 minutes. Stop doing anything, then you will be able to regain your mindfulness that way. Jack Uy, Namo Buddhaya. Namo tassa bhagavato, so forth. Bless you all with good health and safety and peaceful from COVID-19. Thank you. Angel Pui, thank you. I will try to be on Zoom on Wednesday on coming. Actually, as I listen, follow your teaching, all I do should concentrate and love to do on it. Sadhu, sadhu, you're welcome. Anatta Chiam, sadhu. Mean vitamin, my friend asked Ajahn, if she did wrong a lot in Sina Namati, how can she correct it? Whatever she did in the past is already gone. The way to correct it is not to do it now. Try to stop it by contemplating on the supa, on the unpleasant part of the body. Then she can lessen her desire, her sexual desire. Then she can stop breaking the third precept this way. Nabiti, thank you Ajahn, sadhu, sadhu. Polling soon, how to practice that will bring us not return to this world. By giving up your body, not relying on your body, not using your body to give you happiness. Try to meditate and rely on meditation as a form of happiness instead of using your body as the medium for your happiness. Once you no longer use the body, then you will not have to return to this world again. But she cannot mean vitamin, but she cannot correct what she has done in the past, like hurting man and make them feel bad, right? That's right. The past is already gone. You cannot do anything about it. You have to eventually pay for the consequence of your action. But you can do what you can do in the present is not to create more bad karma. She has to accept the karma of it. That's right. Or what she did. But if she doesn't want any new consequences, then she can stop doing it in the present. Falling soon, either using focusing the object. What kind of meditation? Is practicing observing the mind. It can be vipassana once you have reached the level of being able to observe the mind. Then you watch the mind to see the conditions inside the mind as being anicca, dukkha, anatta, and then let go of your attachment toward the mental conditions. That mental condition comes and go by themselves, like you observe the weather. Let the rain, the snow, the storm comes and go by themselves. You don't need to do anything because there's nothing you can do except observing. Then your mind will have no dukkha by merely observing, by merely knowing. James Song, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, we have about 6 more minutes left in this meeting today. You can still send in your question. If you are typing it down, you can continue on typing. But you haven't yet started typing, you might not be able to send them in time. But you can still try if you want to. We have about 6 more minutes left before we complete the hour of our meeting. James Song, sadhu. Sherman Ling, sadhu. Ryan Honda. Dear Tanajan, if a person commits suicide, will her soul linger in the same place because the neighbors who live nearby still fear about the incident? Appreciate it for your advice. See, the mind always exists in the spiritual world, so it cannot come in and cause havoc or problem in the physical world. So it's just people's own imagination, that's all. In real thing, the mind has already disconnect to the physical world, and it will not be able to cause any harm to anybody in the physical world. So don't worry. It's people's imagination and thinking that the mind or the spirit of the departed still linger around. Reading from Bisbee Ajahn. In workplace situation, what is the best Buddhist way to handle the misconducting or corrupting co-workers and management? If I keep working honestly within the area of my responsibility, without care that it could unintentionally cause them troubles, would it be my bad karma and vipaka in the future? Thank you. No, if you do good karma, you will always have good vipaka. But you might get people to get mad at you because you can cost them their job or whatever, be an obstacle to what they want to do. So you might not have people. So you might have people who might not like you and might want to take revenge on you. So sometimes you might have to weigh the option. What will happen if you do this particular action? And can you accept the consequence of your action or not? Sometimes doing good karma can also get you into trouble. So the best way, if you don't want to get into trouble, maybe you have to move away, go someplace else, work somewhere else, work among good people. Then you can keep doing good karma and not hurting other people. Pauline soon, thank you Ajahn to teach us Sadhu. You're welcome. Dear Ajahn, to my understanding, the Kamatana are objects of meditation, but not all of them can be used to reach jhana. For example, using metta can lead the mind to calmness, but not necessarily to jhana. Is that right, Ajahn? I don't know. It depends on the ability of the person using the Kamatana. Maybe using metta for somebody can lead them to jhana also. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't tried it, so I cannot say. But I only see in the Satipatthana Sutta, the Buddha recommend using Anapanasati to get into jhana. But other object of meditation, I think they can lead to jhana under different circumstances, unusual circumstances. So this is something that you have to try it out yourself to find out. I cannot give you a definite answer on this question. Pauline soon. What is the merit that cause condition rescue a life of human? Well, it will make you feel good that you have done something good, and this will make you happy. Sulan Uwe, Sadhu Ajahn, hearing you inspire peace in me. You're welcome. Ivi Namo Buddhaya, while meditating, I pay attention to the breath. The more I pay attention, the more I feel inside. Finally, I feel completely inside. The mind stops. What to do in this condition? Try to keep the mind inside for as long as possible. Try not to let it think. Try to use mindfulness to keep the mind inside for as long as possible, because that's where you find peace and happiness. Checkling Tan, thank you so much, dear Ajahn, for giving us such beautiful Dhamma teaching. Sadhu, sadhu. You're welcome. Well, looks like we have come to the end of the line. It's exactly 1 hour. So thank you very much for your participation in this meeting, for sending in your questions. I hope that you have a better understanding of the Buddha's teaching and will help you advance in your practice. In the meantime, please stay safe, mindful and keep on practicing until the next time. If nothing happens, if nothing bad happens, I shall see you again next week. Thank you and goodbye.